saw Marlon go off the field today. How much do you feel, with Nate also just a little banged up, how much do you feel the cornerback depth will get tested?
Yeah, well, fortunately, I think we have a bunch of good ones, right? Expect those guys, and prayers go up for those guys. Hope that they can get back as soon as possible. But we have a lot of good ones. I think TJ Tampa's had a tremendous camp. It's good to see BK back out there, right? 31 out there making plays. We have guys that Cheeto. Let's not forget him. There's a bunch of guys I think that could step in if needed. But yeah, we'd love to have those guys out there, man. And again, thoughts and prayers that they get back as fast as they can.
What have you seen from TJ Tampa throughout camp that makes you say that about him?
Yeah, he's found the ball, right? He's made plays on the ball, which ultimately that's always what you're looking at for a corner. And he goes out and competes every day. He's one of those guys where if he does make a mistake, he very rarely makes the same mistake twice. And that's all you're asking for with any football player. So he has all the skill sets to be whatever he wants to be. It's just a matter of just going out there and be consistently good and not occasionally great. And we've seen that from him.
How have you been checking in with Madubuike as he's in this kind of in-between period where he's been on the field for a while now, but he's still not involved in everything?
Yeah. Well, we go out there and we do a little bit of indie work during position drills, and I'm constantly talking to Madubuike. I told him last time I was up here and I called him Justin, I apologized. Okay, he said I was okay. I was like, I got to get used to that. So me and Nnamdi are in constant communication. He looks phenomenal. I know he wants to be, he's doing everything he can to be back out there. And when he is out there, I expect him to look like the Nnamdi we've grown to know and love throughout the years.
When it comes to the game day itself, and the coordinator but not calling the plays during the game, what are your responsibilities? What are you trying to approach? And what are you looking forward to on Saturday?
To be determined, right? This will be my first time doing it. So fortunately, we have 3 dress rehearsals here. I'm still going to try to figure out exactly what that is and where I can be most helpful to help the team, and what I can do for Jess to help him on game day too. So that's a work in progress. And just another thing I look forward to trying to attack, right? And just making sure that I'm not wasting the wisdom and that I've had gathered throughout the years on the sideline. I'm going to find a way to help the team on Saturdays and Sundays.
You plan on being right next to him throughout the game? Is that the plan?
Well, I'm not going to hold the red flag if that's what you're asking. Jess, we throwing this? No. We'll see. We have headsets, right? So I don't have to be right next to him. Jesse's going to have a bunch of other things on his plate. So I imagine most of the work that I can help the guys with will be in between series, and essentially trying to make sure whatever we see, both from a head coaching perspective and a coordinator perspective, I can deliver that message to the guys and make sure that it's all getting done.
Do you want to throw the red flag if you can? That's now could be an option.
Well, it's got to be on the ground quick, so it's got to be more like you're flick, you're trying to skip rocks. You know what I mean? So hey, someday hopefully I get that chance.
How important is this game for like Peebles and Rayshon, knowing that Calais is a proven veteran and Nnamdi's not going to be playing? I mean, these guys are going to be counted on to get some reps, and it could be
Kirk, I think it's important to all those guys. Right, because, everybody wants to be a Raven, and none of these guys would be here if we didn't think they had characteristics or traits to be that. But this film goes to 31 other teams too, and we'd like to think we're doing a good enough job, both from a scouting standpoint and a coaching standpoint, to think that all these guys can play in the National Football League. So if they go out there and play with the standards that we live out here every day, we expect that to impress people, not just here, but in other buildings, and hopefully these guys can play this game for a long time.
Exact thing. Do you think that helps you next year in the UDFA process when you got placed in with another team, or selected off waivers, or just even picked up for some of those reps?
I would think so. I know it's certainly something I've used in trying to recruit undrafted free agents, just some of the success that I've had in the past with those guys. So there's so many players that fall through the cracks, right, just because of their collegiate experience. But the good scouts and coaches can see traits that have gone underdeveloped, and I like to think I'm one of those guys. So if you give me a big guy that plays hard, I can probably make him a decent NFL lineman. So that's a very simple thought process, but I truly do believe that.
One more just on Nnamdi. Just saw you kind of putting hands on him working today. From knowing him, not asking you to put a timeline on anything,
Do you have a sense of like how he's feeling as he kind of continues to go through?
Yeah, I think he feels good. Again, I don't know. I don't know that. That's a very a layman's opinion, but I just know his spirit is right. I know he's putting in the work, and when it's time, he'll be ready to go.